Hey everyone, welcome to the live show. Good to have you back on board. Good to see you again. Good to have you all here. Happy Thanksgiving to all the USA members. I believe you guys are celebrating your holidays, so that means the markets will probably be a little bit slower than usual today. But then, assumption is the mother of all evil, one of my favorite sayings. So let me not assume anything, because that's not going to help, is it? Just like the market always lulls you into a false sense of security, assumption is always the mother of all evil, isn't it? How's it, Kevin? Welcome, man. Good to see you as well. I see a couple of you are here, and so that means we've got a show, right? So I was wondering if everyone would be around with the holidays in the US and that sort of thing today. But you guys are here, man. You guys are here. So it's good to have you on board. So, sorry, but yeah, I just want to ask you 360 Building and Post Inspections. What's your real name there? How's it? Welcome, by the way. And Matthias, yeah, market's closed. No New York Stock Exchange anyway. Yeah, no, things go a bit slow in the holidays, and you're going to find that over December as well. And when there's holidays in specific countries, it tends to slow things down, but especially in the USA, because those markets kind of pull the world around back and forward. Um, yeah, I was looking at the market and thought maybe some were closed for Thanksgiving. Yes, some of them will be, and and that's always the issue. It slows down the Forex. It slows down because all the news items, everything comes from the USA at the end of the day. That kind of pushes the world around and what have you. I know the UK is important and Germany is important, etc. But at the end of the day, the US is the most important one of the lot. Yeah, Greg. Okay, thanks, Greg. No, at least I know I can call you Greg. How's it, Whit? Welcome, man. And yeah, hello. How's it? Yeah, that's great. That's great. So yeah, with the markets being closed, it's a slow session, and obviously going to be a slow day. I expect that. The DAX, I'm still short because there's another lower high, and these lower highs are just sort of piling up down onto this. It's almost like a descending triangle coming in here onto this support where it tried to push through on this head and shoulders a couple of times. Remember, I said to you there's two head and shoulders here, and I'm just looking at this, and I'll just keep on sitting on this one as much as I possibly can. And then I was experimenting on this side with trades, and you'll see I've got two Germany 30 trades. But somebody said to me that DCA works, and I don't agree, and I disagree with it totally, and I just wanted to prove it wrong. Unfortunately, one of the trades won, so that didn't help me much. But anyway, just I was playing around there with that, just messing about and using that as an experiment. But yeah, okay. I thought about a trade on Amazon because it's Black Friday. I'm actually invested in Amazon long term, and I don't know if it's on this portfolio, but it's on one of my portfolios. But I'm up about I don't know 20% already. It's doing really, really well. But it's not a trade, it is an investment. I just leave it, and it just keeps on growing, and I actually add to it from time to time when it pulls back a little bit. So that one's actually going quite well. How's it, Robin? Hello. Yeah. So that's yeah. Like I say, I think you might be laughing at the person who told me that assured me that they believed in DCA, dollar cost averaging, and I'm totally against it, as you all know. So I wanted to do an experiment to prove that wrong. And I did it on the US dollar CAD, and that damn trade won. But it wasn't because of DCA, it just won. It just went straight up and it won. And then this Germany 30, I was playing around with that just to prove that this doesn't actually work. Watch it work as well. It's just my luck. But anyway, that's fine. If it works, that's fine. So be it. And then I was testing it out on the US 500 as well to prove it wrong. Anyway, it won't work. It will end in disaster. Always does. Yeah, it is still closed, Kevin, because I noticed on the markets, I think the hours have moved as well. And I noticed the markets are opening quite late. I mean, it's another, I think they only open in another 2 hours' time. I think Amazon will only open in about 2 hours' time, if it was open today. I'm not sure if they're actually going to open today. Half day, I think, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes they open half day. But I didn't really check, to be honest with you. I didn't really check at all. Doesn't really matter to me. I know the markets are going to be slow today, and there's not going to be much trading going on today, so I'm probably not going to get too involved in anything. And we'll see what happens. The South African top 40 is still long. Look at that. It's in its trend, and it's bouncing off its trend support here. I think it'll bounce off a trend support here, and you'll get a nice long trade. Anyone who can trade the SA top 40, the VIX. If you haven't bought the VIX, I can't show you the VIX on this particular platform. But on my main platforms, I can buy the VIX. And at this level, you have to buy it, guys, if you can. If you've got access to it, buy it. Because if you buy it at this level, it's going to spike like this, and you're going to make $30,000-$40,000 if you just get a few hundred contracts in. So just nail it, dudes. Just nail it. You're going to make money. Okay, that's not advice. It's just what I do. If you want to make money, do that. I actually added to my video yesterday. I just felt like I needed to add to it. And I added it to it at about 134. At 135.39, that's okay. So yeah, no, I just thought I'd add to it because it's coming down into the, it broke through this resistance, coming back down into that as a support. Just feels like it'll carry on going. So yeah, I added to that investment. That one's looking good. Happy with that one. That's always a nice one. And then gold. Remember I told you guys, first I was short, and then I got taken out of the short in profit, if I remember correctly, and then it went up, and then yesterday we were short again, profit taken, got the profit, and then today's long, and I didn't take the long because I was waiting for 26.20, but it didn't come down. But yeah, okay, so that was a long trade. So I expect it'll go up, hit here, and then go short again. So at 26.80, maybe 27. Maybe 27. Actually, the target's 27, so let's wait for 27, and then we'll get another short. That looks good. Closed all day. Okay, let me just have a look at the news. The news is, okay, Disney's doubling down on cruises. Wow, Wall Street's on board. Yeah, they're talking about Disney. That's great. Bank of America bets on long-term growth in Mexico. Most of it's about Trump. Thanksgiving dinner serves up insight on inflation. Don't ask me how that works. I'm not going to go into any of these. If you guys want to go and look at them, this is all on Yahoo Finance. I mean, I just use it for news. Trump has dinner with Mark Zuckerberg. Intel 7.86 billion subsidy deal limits sale of chip making unit. Okay, all right. Bitcoin gets boost as crypto backers high to head regulators. Okay, interesting. Bitcoin, yeah, I saw it go up again. I was actually hoping for it to come down a little bit further, and so that we could get back in again. But it didn't. It sort of went up. I'm still waiting for it to go to that 100,000. I was hoping it would come down here to the 82s, or at least down here at the 85s or something, so we could get a nice trade in. But yeah, nah. Okay, that's fine. We didn't get that. How's it, Wendy? Welcome back. Good to see you again. Always good to see you. So Bitcoin, yeah, I don't know. Will it come back a bit? Would be nice to see it. Just give us a little bit more, you know. I don't like getting in at the top of a market like this. You know, the top of a Bitcoin market, especially. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. Because I know 100,000 is it for now. So it's got to break through that for it to be worth anything. I'd really like it to come back down into the 80s before I buy it again. That would be more worth my while. I was quite pleased when I saw you trade of the day because I was already long on gold anyway. Must be learning from the best. Yeah, well done, Kevin. You're already long. How's it, Lincoln? Welcome, man. Yeah, no. You remember yesterday I kind of said short and we went short. And then this morning I turned it around as long, and it's obviously, hit this area, and it's not indecision, it's just changing my mind the next day, and it's changed. The picture changed, and it looked long to me. So we took a long today, and today's long is, well, the target's 27, but you never know. Okay, and then if it bounces off that, probably short again. Okay. That's what I'm looking at on gold anyway. That's how I'm feeling about it. But it's a difficult day to call because, everything's so mixed up today with a holiday in the US. Brent, I'm actually calling it long at the moment. And there she goes. Okay. I just want it to break through this trend resistance. It's not a perfect trend resistance because you can see there's a lot of rubbish piled out above it over here. So it could be a lot higher, but I'm just looking at this general sort of trend down here where there's been a lot of interest, and I'm thinking let it just break through that and go, which it did the other day, and it didn't go. So it leaves us with a bit of concern, but I am feeling like we need to go long on Brent because it's really bouncing off the support all the time. So I'm just waiting for a good chance on that. The Dixie, well, it hasn't gone short, has it? It's still long. And it's kind of bounced back into its support, probably still going long. That said, the euro US dollar is also still short, still on its way down. I don't see it turning around just yet. Give it a chance. I know the guys are pushing for parity on that. They really want that 1-to-1. And the Great British Pound, but the Great British Pound kind of looks almost like it wants to go long. It just feels like everything wants to turn around. Will it? Won't it? We shall see. We shall see. US dollar CAD giving us a nice bit of relief here. And I think we can get in with another long soon. Right in this area here, the 140. I think we're actually almost ready to get in for another long here. This looks good. This looks like a really nice long trade coming up. Bounce straight back up again. Aussie dollar, US dollar, still short, as with the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, very much the same sort of chart. So if you're trading NZD, pretty much the same as AUD. And I think you're still short as well. I don't think that's going to change immediately. Just it needs to break structure before it changes. The US dollar, Japanese yen went short big time. Look at that. Big fall there. Looks like it's trying to bounce out of there with a bit of a V-shaped recovery. That head and shoulders, actually, you see the head and shoulders there. It's a bit skew. It's a wee bit skew-iff. But it played out. There's the head, and there's the distance. Played out head and shoulders, actually. That's quite interesting. Went back, tested, came down, back into this area again. It's retesting, so let's just see what it does. Whether it decides to go that way or that way out of this level. And then we'll take it from there. Not quite 100% sure as it stands at the moment, because there's a bit of a red candle developing on here. And it does look like it's gone back for a retest on this level. It might retest it and go back down again. Continue on to the downside. So keep an eye on that. Euro, Japanese yen is also pretty short, eh? It's been going pretty short lately. So yeah, there we go. Market's a 50-50 game. How's it, Luno? Welcome. Good to see you again. Haha. All the regulars are back. It's always good to have regulars. It's always good. We're a community that we can chat. There's people to chat to. That's so nice, isn't it? Makes life so much better, so much easier at the end of the day. So, yeah. The funded trader markets. As I said, I did an experiment here with US 500 and the Germany 30. And, yeah, we shall see what happens with that. But the account still needs to win, but I'm not too concerned about it. We shall see what happens. I keep using it for little games and playing and whatnot, and it's actually fun playing around with it, to be honest with you. Loads of fun playing with it. Loads of fun playing with it. Having fun playing with it. Black Friday specials on it, by the way, guys, for those of you who don't have one, who want one. There is a link in the description for those of you who want one. You can go and get one. How Trump's tariffs put two pillars of the economy at risk. Why is all the news about Trump? He's not even the president yet. Well, he's the elect, but you know, I don't know. Doesn't seem to be affecting the markets negatively, that's for sure. Most certainly, that whole election thing seems to be affecting the US markets very positively. So it's obviously well liked in the economy. Local is lekker. Yeah, totally. Totally, yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, at least we're still trading. Well, everyone in Europe and Scotland and Africa and everywhere else in the world, we're still trading. And how many markets do you monitor? As far as my investments go, 3. Okay, so I look at my market in South Africa, I look at the US market, and I invest in the UK market as well. But as far as trading goes, basically all of them. So, but this is like my watch list. This is pretty much my watch list on most of my platforms. So FTSE, US, DAX, Germany. I love Germany, France, Japan, and South Africa. Those are my main indexes. And then of course, you know, you got your Forex trading, which is all US dollar, Japanese yen, euro, Great British pound, US dollar, Canadian dollar. These are my favorites, Aussie dollar, US dollar. But just bearing in mind that I steer away from the Aussie dollar and Canadian and things like that a little bit because I'm asleep normally when those things go nuts. And then the commodities, my favorite is the gold and the Brent. But that, as I say, and as I tell many people, my favorites change from time to time based on liquidity and what markets have liquidity and what markets are doing what. Sometimes a market just dies on you, whatever it might be. It could be the DAX, it could be the FTSE. FTSE was one of my favorites, and then it just, you know, it fell behind on me, and I started favoriting maybe the DAX or something else. France 40 as well, it just sort of died on me. I'm not really into it at the moment. So it changes from time to time. You know, you have to remember, I've been playing around in the markets for like 30 years, and you know, one favorite, it's a favorite today and it's not a favorite tomorrow, and things change and they move around. You know, you kind of move with the times, and even with shares, you know, you have different shares in the market, and some come and some go. It is what it is. So when I call favorites, my favorite trading product is anything with good liquidity, anything that's got good liquidity in it. For example, I hate crypto passionately. For me, crypto is rubbish. It's fresh air. It doesn't hold any asset value, and it's not something I would invest in. But I'll trade it. It's liquid. It's really liquid. It's volatile. It goes up and down, and I can make money out of it. So I love it for that. I love it for the fact that I can trade it, and it's another product on the market, because what the markets are, as you always know, is it's made up of buyers and sellers. And what the crypto market is basically a market made up of buyers and sellers. So just understand this, particularly in crypto, that if you're buying or selling crypto, you're basically buying against other traders and selling against other traders. You're not selling against any form of asset value or any form of reserve value. Okay, you're just buying and selling against other people. But yeah, like I say, as long as there's a market and there's a market made, I'm in. I'm good. That's as good as it gets. Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth, as per usual. Yeah, of course. I'm sure that'll go away just now, hopefully. Okay. Okay, so Kevin, okay. AB, I mean, it's my first time here. I'll be smiling. Okay, that's great. How many marks you monitor? How many live trades do you have running at the same time? As many as I need. I hope the video is still working because I see there's a big yellow thing that's appeared here. I've got a lot of wind here in Cape Town. I don't know if that's affecting the internet again, but it is summer and it's a beautiful time. So, but the wind might be affecting my systems. But as long as it's still on, warning. The stream strength current bit rate is lower. Yeah, it's dropping. It was perfect earlier, but obviously now it's dropped from excellent to good. That's how it goes, eh? How many live trades do you have running at the same time? Kevin, as many as I need to. I don't limit myself at all. There was a time that I did, but I honestly don't, and I don't limit myself also to, like I say, trading instruments. There's a lot of people out there that will, for example, only trade the euro US dollar, or only trade gold, or only trade the DAX. No, I'm in if it's got liquidity, I'm in. And also, if there's 10 trades, I'll take them. If there's 2 trades, I'll take them. You know, I won't take 10 trades for the sake of having to have 10 trades. I wait for the market to come to me, and if the market comes to me and says, here's a trade on a plate, I'll take it. And I'll take as many trades as I can with the liquidity that I have, if that makes sense. So if I've got enough money to trade, I'll trade. If I've run myself thin, then I'll obviously stop having too many trades. I notice you have VIX and Dixie in your watch list. Are those just keep an eye on market and dollar, or are you actually trading those somehow? The Dixie I only use to keep an eye on, and the VIX I actually trade on another product, on another broker, okay? Not here. I trade the VIX where I can trade it, because not many people will allow you to trade it. There are 1 or 2 that allow you to trade the VIX, and I have one that allows me to trade the VIX. The Dixie I don't trade. The Dixie I just use as a dollar index. For myself, anyway. For those of you who can, depends on the broker if they've made a market for it. Okay. Unfortunately, everything is getting tokenized onto the blockchain. Eventually, they will move the stock exchanges over, and then we're doomed. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen because, thanks, Malthus. The internet's fine for now. Thanks. What I'm seeing for myself in the world, as far as this blockchain goes and as far as Bitcoin goes, that stream is perfect, not even buffering. Why does it keep telling me it's buffering? It's crazy, isn't it? But anyway, as I say, the way I see crypto, and don't quote me on this, but I have looked at what people have said as well and what other people have been going on about. What I see is the governments of the world, the bigger governments of the world, wanting to move their paper currency into a digital currency. Not that it isn't already a digital currency. I mean, come on, let's be honest. You pay with your phone, you pay with your watch, whatever the case. I don't have one of those watches, as you can see. My son does, though. My daughter does too. So they make me look like a fool when we go to the till. But anyway, you can pay with your phone, whatever the case. So things are pretty digital as we go. But the shops are still not accepting cryptocurrency. But they are accepting every other form of digital payment. Now, what I see is the governments of the world going in and creating their own form of a digital currency, whether it be one across the board, or whether it be a few or each individual country as it is now. But they'll invent their own, let's say Bitcoin, their own digital currency, a US dollar, for example, that as it is at the moment is pitched against the value of the country, the reserves of the country, and the economy of a country, which gives you the security of ownership, unlike Bitcoin, who you don't know who's what you own. And I believe that in the long run, that's going to be to the detriment of cryptocurrencies, because people would prefer to invest in something secure than something insecure. A lot of cryptocurrencies are being used at the moment in the world for crime, for example. And, people are paying for drugs with Bitcoin and such like, so that they can somehow avoid the authorities. But they're not really avoiding the authorities. They do see them and what have you. But that's their plan. And just the way I see it is somewhere down the line, they're going to clamp down on that as well. They're going to stop that. So I'm not a big fan of investing in crypto because I don't believe in its future. I believe the future of digital currency is going to be controlled by the governments of the world, as it always has been. And the currencies will be digital, but they'll be digital based on the reserves of each individual country. That's just my 50 cents worth, guys. Don't quote me on it. But, I've watched Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan, and I've watched the BlackRock girl and a couple of the others speak about it as well. And they're very much saying the same sort of things. And interestingly enough, someone that holds exactly the same point of view as me when it comes to crypto is actually Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street. He holds the same sort of feeling I do about crypto, that there's some kind of scam behind it. There's no value. And he himself was in trouble for all that kind of stuff. So, when it comes out of the horse's mouth, just pay attention. So I'm very, very careful when it comes to crypto. Like I say, I love a market that's liquid and there's some volatility and some liquidity there and there's something to trade. But to leave money in it I don't trust it. I'll leave money in the dollar because I know that somewhere down the line, even if they were to take all the paper money away and turn the dollar into a digital currency, you would still have ownership of some form of money. But I won't trust a currency like a crypto because I don't know where it's going to be tomorrow. So you can tell me what you think of that sort of thing. Do you recommend any platform for stocks and commodities trading? Now, what I always recommend, and everybody will know what I always recommend when it comes to platforms, is you've got to look at the country that you're trading from and where you are, the regulations that you face in that country, and then choose a broker that's close by to you, whatever that broker might be. A popular broker in your country, your area, your town, your district, whatever the case. Someone that you could possibly get in the car and go and see if you needed to, especially if you're dealing with bigger money. If you're dealing with small, tiny amounts of money, then don't worry about it too much. You can just choose someone around and open an account online or whatever the case. But if you're looking at a larger sum of money, then do yourself a favor and pick a broker that you can go and see face to face if you need to and go and chat to them. Then they will normally, 9 times out of 10, provide you with what you need, whether it be the platform, whether it be the trades that you can take, what type of trading you're doing. Are you doing futures contracts like CFDs? Are you allowed to do CFDs in your country? For example, are you going to be trading with Forex indexes, or are you going to be trading with all of them? Are you going to be investing in shares? Do you need, what kind of gearing do you need? Be very careful of extremely high gearing because it can hurt you. So when it comes to platforms, my main platform that I'm always been supplied with by my main broker was MetaTrader 5, which I don't put on here because it's got my account numbers on, and it's like putting your bank account out there, and there's just so many scummy scammers out there that I just don't trust that. So I don't put that out there. But the other great platform, like the one that I use here for teaching, the trading view is very good. I like it. It's a good platform. Helps us to trade. It's also on the funded trader markets. On the funded trader markets, they give you this trading view platform, which is incredibly useful. If you're taking a funded trader account, for example. If you're taking a funded trader account, you can take so many different ones out there. But what I looked for you guys, and that's why I took this, because I don't normally trade with funded trader accounts. If you're new here, the guys that know me know that I trade with cash. I don't trade with funded trader accounts. But I took this because I was looking for an account that you guys can get involved in if you need to. And very much based on a trade that you can keep overnight, a trade you can keep over the weekend, You can use your own system where the drawdown wasn't so bad, the rules weren't so mad and strict. And also, for example, where you can have 2 trades open on the same product, because there's a lot of guys that won't allow that, won't allow you to have 2 trades open on the same market. So yeah, we took that just to see how that would work out. So as far as the platform goes, like I say, look for a good broker. And most of them, some of them will offer you 3 or 4 different platforms. You can choose one of them, obviously. And they'll have the different ones available to you there. So the most popular ones are the TradingView, and of course the MetaTrader are the most popular ones on the market. And funded trader markets obviously the C Trader, and then the Match Trader, which is TradingView. They give you TradingView as well. Okay. Yeah, Kevin, I honestly can't see governments and financial institutions adopting crypto instead of stocks and shares, etc. Yeah, so they're not going to adopt crypto, in my opinion. Yeah, totally not. Well, what I do see them doing is getting rid of crypto and installing their own digital currency for daily use. And so in future, I see all currencies in the world being a proper digital currency and nothing to do with crypto. They won't amalgamate crypto into it. They'll try one way or another to do away with it, in my opinion. That's what I see them heading towards, and that's what I see them planning, let's say. Not that I'm a soothsayer, not that I know much better than anyone else, of course, Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, I had some comments with regards to the link to the Forex book. I noticed that my shortened link expired. I didn't know these links could expire. Can you believe it? They expire. So if anyone still wants that, or if anyone has that problem, I did put an original sort of link in the later videos, so you'll find it there. It might still, the old link might still be in a lot of the comments, or it might still be in a lot of the older videos. But in the newer videos, there is a link that's not even shortened there that you can go and get that if you want to. So for those of you who are asking about that, it is there. And people keep asking me, can I have another link? And it is there. It's in the video. I like TradingView. Is it in the UK? Kevin, you can have it anywhere in the world, actually. It's just the question of, does it link to your broker? That's all. There is a thing at the bottom there where you can check which brokers it links to, or you can ask your broker if they do link to TradingView. And it's nice if they pay for it for you, if you don't have to pay for it. Yeah, well, it's a pleasure for answering your questions. Yeah, I'll answer everyone's questions. You can ask the guys around here. I don't mind answering everyone's questions. That's all good. No problem with that. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to firstly tell you the reality of trading, obviously, that trading is not a game where you get in and quickly turn $100 into $1 million. That's not how it works. It's the long haul. It's learning to trade. It's a career. It takes time to figure it out, and even the old pros lose sometimes, and it's a difficult game, guys. People think it's easy. It's like a casino. It's not. It's really the difficulty of it, as I always tell you guys in my videos, is the approach, the psychological approach. It's not about the lines. It's not about the system. These systems are straightforward and easy, but actually taking the trades, managing the risk, and putting real money at risk, that's where the difference comes in with people. You can look at how I do or how the next guy does and say, well, if that guy's doing so great, I'm going to do the same, and I'm going to jump in and I'm going to follow him to the ends of the world. And then you find out you're losing and you wonder why. And it's got nothing to do with the system that you've been taught. The systems all work. You can watch any course, any YouTuber, any book, read any book, whatever, and all those systems will work. And there's all a bit of good information that comes out of everything. But the difficulty comes in with being able to take the approach from your side. If something's going wrong from your side at the end of the day that you have to rectify. There's some kind of fear receptor in your mind or something going on that's causing you to do something incorrectly. And that's normally where it goes wrong. It doesn't go wrong on the charts. Believe me, it's the world is not ganging up on you. The algorithm is not searching out your stop loss. It's just the way you approach your business and the way you have your business plan sorted out. And you guys all know, if you watch all my videos, it's a 2-step business plan on how to approach a trade. Now, I am going to go into the trading approach because you did ask me, and I'm going to do that for you. I believe the person who asked me is here. It's no worries. I won't mention your name. It's okay. You are here, so I'm going to go into the trading approach, and I'm going to discuss it quickly so that you all understand it well. Oh yeah, your trading platform is like TradingView. This is your trading platform. It's a platform what you can trade on, and your broker is the guy that's making the market for you and holding the money, okay, and placing the trades on the open market for you. You must remember that the broker literally has to be licensed, and they place a real trade on the market for you. Okay, let's exclude funded markets. Okay, these guys, I don't believe they place real trades on the market. But when you put real money in the market and you broker, and you place a trade, they've got it connected and it instantly places a trade on that real market. So if you say, for example, buy shares in McDonald's on the USA, it places that trade immediately in that market, and you get that trade that you actually own those shares. you get paid dividends, everything. So that's what a broker is, and the platform is what you use to take those trades. That's the picture that you're looking at. That's the platform. Okay, that's my terminology of it. I'm not very good with terminology, guys. I'm not very good with what things are called and abbreviations and things like that. It's one of my downfalls. I'm never really interested in what things are actually exactly called, and like this is a special gap and it's a fair value gap and it's this and it's that and the other. I tend to get my terminologies mixed up and things like that because it's not things that are important to me. What's important to me is making money. So, but yeah, effectively the platform is what you're trading on and the broker is what you're trading with. I would say that I think Trading 212 is your broker. I think Trading 212 is a broker, and they've given you a platform to trade on. So I don't think Trading 212 is a platform. I think Trading 212 is your broker, and they've given you a platform that you're trading on. That's pretty much it. I haven't traded with them, so I can't be sure. But Kevin, I do believe that's what's happening. I think you're trading with Trading 212 is your broker, and then the platform is something they've given you to trade on. I don't know what platform they've given you. It's probably one of their own or something to that effect, or an online thing, something like that. Okay, so somebody did ask me how to do the trading approach. So shall we go over the trading approach? The trading approach, I'll just go over it quickly, guys, because a lot of you guys have watched the videos over and over and over and over again, and you do know what the trading approach is. Thanks. You're good at terminology. Thanks. Believe me, I'm not the best. There's some guys out there that terminology is their thing. They don't know anything about trading, but man, can they talk the game, eh? I tell you what, they confuse me sometimes. I'm listening to the oaks and I'm thinking, what's he saying? I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, no, it's but yeah. Okay, so to keep it simple, not terminology, sorry, trading approach. So your approach to trading is this, for those that asked. It's And I normally put it in the back part of my videos so that everybody understands what the business plan is. And the business plan is this, and it's pretty straightforward and simple. I'm going to go over it quickly. Got any questions? Ask, right? And there's the ICT dig, lol. Okay, Sophia, I haven't heard of trading approach. Rob, yeah, okay, that's it. And it's the abbreviations that annoy me. Me too, Kevin. And abbreviations are the bane of my existence. When somebody talks to me in abbreviations, I want to explode. How do you, especially, I got a friend who's a pilot, right? And everything is abbreviated. I'm like, how the hell do you expect me to understand what you're talking about? I'm not a pilot. I don't know what you're talking about, man. It's crazy, isn't it? No, it's the bane of my existence, abbreviations. Okay. So here we go. Trading approach. Let me get to it because we've been trying to get to it for a while now. The trading approach is this. You got your business plan. You don't have to write it down. All you have to do is listen. Okay. When you take a trade, you have an account size. Now, don't worry about the squiggly lines. Don't worry about the system. Don't worry about anything to do with that just yet. That is your high probability trade. What you see on the screen in front of you, this is just your high probability trade. You're looking for a trade on that, and you're looking at what might have happened in the past, may happen again in the future. That's got nothing to do with your approach. Even if you've got no system at all, doesn't matter. What you got to do is approach it in such a way that you want to make a profit. How do we do that? Simple. What we do is we decide on a trade. We're going to go long, we're going to go short. And we say, all right, we've decided we're going to go long on a trade, so we're going to take that long trade. How much do I risk on that trade? I risk 1% of my account. So if my account's $25,000, I risk $250. If my account size is $100,000, I risk $1,000 on one trade. Now, understand when I say that if you were lucky and you turned that $100,000 into $150,000, that doesn't make your account a $150,000 account. The $50,000 is your profit. Maybe you need it for the year. Your account is a $100,000 account. Stick to that. Take the 50 grand out if you want to and put it in your bank account, whatever you want to do. All I say is it's not a $150,000 account. It's a $100,000 account because that's what you started with. Now you work on that policy. Every single trade you take, you risk $1,000. No matter what. Now, how do you approach the trade? Because now I want to risk $1,000. Well, it's quite simple, really. You approach the trade with, I want to take this trade, but I don't want to take too many contracts, and I want to take too little contracts. So it's quite easy. What you do is you say, all right, I need to work out my risk. So I'm going to use this as an example. Okay, remove drawings. Trade, create new order. Okay, so you're going to go to the market, and you're going to say, okay, don't worry about this. I don't believe this is a real trade. Okay, there we go. Okay, stop loss. I need to risk $1,000. There it is, $1,000. It actually worked out at 180,000 units. Don't worry about that. You need to risk $1,000. You need to take profit, and you want to make a little bit more profit. So your stop loss is at... So what are we doing? Are we buying? Okay, so we're going long. Take profit will be at 107, say. Okay, so that gives you a 2.7 to 1, 2.98 to 1, and then you can buy it. You buy that, and then you've got a long trade. I'm not going to buy that. Goodness me. Okay, right. So anyway, so you take that trade with that in mind. Now you manage the trade in such a way that when it goes into profit, let's say it goes... Now you've got $1,000 risk on the trade. When it goes $500 into profit, $600 into profit, don't get out. Don't let your fear receptors kick in and say, I don't want to lose that profit. Let me take the profit. Don't close the trade. Leave the trade open. Leave the trade open, and then move your stop loss up to break even, maybe even into a little bit of profit if it makes you feel more comfortable. And then follow the trade up. And then it goes $1,500 into profit. And then you move the stop loss up a little bit further into, say, 1,200, 1,300 bucks. And then it goes right up to your $2,000 target. Then you move the stop loss right up behind it at $1,900. This way, when you've moved your stop loss up to break even, number one, you're not losing $1,000 anymore. Now your trade is free. So you're not losing anything. You're not losing that $600 if it comes back and takes it out because you never won it in the first place. Funny how if you go into loss, you can add to the trades and you're comfortable with that. But when you go into a positive, then you feel like you've lost the money if it comes back. Strange way our brains think. You haven't won anything until you've closed the trade. So, because when you're in a losing trade, you don't believe you've lost anything until you close the trade. So when you're winning, you also haven't lost anything until you close the trade, right? So you follow it up at a break even, then you put it in profit, and then you make more money at the end of the day. If you just close the trade at $600 and take the profit, then there's a good chance it will run on and make $5,000 profit, and you'll be more upset with yourself than if you'd taken the loss. If there's any questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, so as I say, it's all about the approach on how you approach the trades. Now understand that if you take 10 trades at 1% per trade, so let's say it's $1,000 per trade, so you lose $10,000 on a $100,000 account. Losing 10 trades in a row is near impossible, but it can happen, and it has happened. But look at it this way. You lose 10 trades, you lose 10% of the account. Not a train smash, you can recover that. Whereas if you'd risked it all on one trade, you would have lost maybe the account or something worse. So it's all about approaching each trade individually, with each trade to its own risk of $1,000. But keep it at that. So that's the trading approach. If there's any questions, do ask. And it's in each and every video. I try and repeat it so that you can understand that it's about the trading approach and the business plan. It's not about the system so much. How's it, Daniel? Good to see you there, man. Good to see you. What is the average duration hold of one of your trades? You see, when you ask how long are you going to hold the trade, I'm going to hold the trade until I win or lose, okay? And there's no specific length of time that I'm required to hold the trade, because then I start holding myself to regulations on my own rules that I need to hold the trade for a week, or I need to hold the trade for a day only, I need to get out of it. And then I start rushing things, and I start, I need to get out of this trade because my rule is that I can only hold the trade for a day. So if I hold it for 2 days, I'm breaking my own rules, whereas I could have made a huge profit if I'd kept it for 2 days. So what I normally do is I'll take a trade, and if it takes 2 months to play out, so be it. If it takes a week to play out, so be it. But there are many trades that I will not hold over a weekend. I try not to hold any trades over a weekend if I can help it. So if you ask what's the average duration of holding a trade, probably a week. But don't hold me to that, because there are trades that I will hold, and there are trades that I will hold longer because I'm confident that they'll be okay. Particularly if I'm short on the indexes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be okay over the weekend, because if the world ends, it's going to be on my side. And if the world doesn't end and it goes up, I don't think it's going to be so exciting that it's going to bankrupt my account if I'm short on an index. So, you got to look at things with common sense as well. So I say, well, if I'm short on a trade on an index, I'll keep the trade. But on a currency, I'm more careful. But then the currencies are more open to your stop loss getting taken out and stuff like that. Commodities, Commodities I don't like to hold either way over the weekend, but I will take the chance from time to time. I'll also look at the geopolitics around the world, and I'll look at what's rumbling on and what's not rumbling on. But the funny thing about market crashes, and I've been through a few of them, is they tend to start rumbling on the Friday afternoon. You don't believe it's happening. You can't believe it's happening. You stay in the trades. You wake up on Monday morning and you're in big trouble. They always happen over the weekend. And the weekend, you've got no access to your account. You've got no access to your stop losses. Don't let anyone BS you that they've got guaranteed stops. There's no such thing, especially when there's lots of money at play. So, no, crashes can be quite a nightmare for a lot of people because, like I say, they normally start rumbling on a Friday afternoon. Something starts happening. You see it drop. What you'll see is you'll see a long red line like this, okay? I don't suppose there's one here. Or you'll see this, for example, and you'll think that's just a normal correction. That's fine. It's just a normal correction. Everything's okay. And you come out on Monday morning and it'll there'll be another 4 of those down there. So, the Friday afternoon you get this rumble, this sort of feeling there's something happening going on and you can hear it and the news is going on. If you don't get out, Monday morning you come back, you're in big trouble. So that's, you see, like these are short. I'm not worried about shorts unless this is going to go to the moon. I don't think it's going to the moon just yet. So I'm just holding on to them for now. See what happens. But that's just my feeling on the matter. Gold, you can never tell either way. So how long do I hold a trade? Yeah, probably on average a week. If it comes down to an investment, that's a different story. That'll hold for 30 years. If I buy Nvidia, if I buy Apple, if I buy Tesla, if I buy McDonald's, if I buy Amazon, I'll buy it forever. The only time I sell it is when I see there's dark clouds coming over that company. But then what I would do is I'll take the entire investment, sell it out, and then move it into another more prominent investment or another something I feel more comfortable with. I just take the whole amount and move it over. So there's no loss for me really, excepting the brokerage fee. That's all. So yeah, if I see dark clouds coming over an investment, I will sell it out and move it on. Stephen, how's it, man? Okay. Then, okay. Sophia, if it's okay, where are we? I hit the like button there, everyone. Daniel's just asked you guys all to hit the like button for me, and I will ask you as well. Do me that favor, hit the like button, and we need more subs. So, yeah, I'm pushing for that 10,000 by Christmas, and hopefully next year we can get to the 100,000, so that everyone can understand that the markets are not just there to take $100 and turn it into $1 million. That there's a reality in the market that it's a tough job. And the more people that start to watch us and start to listen, the better. It's going to be good for them. What sort of relevance do you give to news? And I've got to be very careful how I answer this question, because as I've always told everybody here on the live show, I used to hang my hat on the news. I mean, if there was a news item, I was there. And I basically traded more percentage-wise on the news than I did on the charts. So I'd say my trading was 70% news and 30% charts. And then I changed that, and it's the other way around now. Because but now I must be careful how I place this, how I say this, because what I do is I don't place my hat on economic news. CPI, jobs data, all that stuff that I used to place my hat on, I've put it aside, because I realized over the years that all it did was go up and down and come back to where it started every single time. I did a lot of research on that. It was like the news would come out, it would fly up, fly down, and go back to the middle again. And very seldom, very, very seldom would it have any real serious effect on the market. So I looked at that and I thought, no, those type of news events I've got to put them on the side. But news events that I might keep my eye on, I won't hang my hat on it, but I'll keep my eye on. Geopolitical events, very important. Wars, things like that. Banks going bankrupt, companies going bankrupt, big company takeovers, things like that. Elections, like, for example, the election that just happened in the USA. One eye on it, not important, just one eye on it. What's it doing? What's happening? Is anything changing? Is there going to be wars or not? That sort of thing. That I keep my eye on for the news. That's really, really important. I don't sit and hang my hat on it. But like I say, I will go to, for example, the finance page here, and I will just have a quick look at the news and say, is there anything going on? Is there anything big that I should know about? You know, I mean, a stowaway discovered on a Delta flight's not going to make any difference to the finance news, but it's just of some interest to me, and that's all, okay? And I'm not going to play my hat into it, every little thing that goes on in the news. I'm just looking around for something big. And if something big happens, then I know there's problems in the world, and then I'll look at that. Okay, so that was the news. And then Stephen, hi. Kevin, hi. Daniel. Do you always trade from the bottom trend line or the support when buying, and from the top trend line or resistance when selling, i.e. not in the middle of the trend lines or support and resistance? Not always, because sometimes, for example, you will get in your day chart, you've got your main resistance and your main support, right? So let's go to the FTSE, for example, just to give that. This is your day chart, and that's your main resistance, your main support. So here you would have traded long out of your support no matter what. But now you're in the middle here, and you might want to go short. It looks pretty short to me, because if I take a trend line in here, that looks pretty much like it's running out of steam. I'll look at that because it's on the 4-hour chart. On the day chart, I've got my resistance and support. It just gives me the guidelines as to where I am. And if I'm on that, perfect. But if I'm not on that, I will look for, in these areas, I'll look for supply, I'll look for demand and that sort of thing. Like here on the DAX, for example, I've gone short. And you'll say, but, you know, why would you have gone short? This is just floating around. Your main resistance is at the top here. That's because I'm getting lower highs, lower highs, lower highs all the way down here. Or I might be looking for, on the gold, for example, that I'm looking for some liquidity, some supply of money, some demand of money. I might see a fair value gap or something like that, and then I'll take that trade. So I don't always wait for the main resistance or the main support. If I am at the main resistance and the main support, spot on. But if I'm not there, I will sometimes look for something else that might be of value to me, to say to me, you know what, you can actually possibly take a trade here. It might even just be a pattern like a head and shoulders or something. So yeah, I don't always just trade from the resistance or the support. Sometimes there is something else that will help you take a trade. If you're trading all week, is it nice to just have that break from looking at the charts over the weekend? Yes, just have a look on Sunday, or maybe see if anything crazy is happening. Kevin, what I actually do is I actually stop trading on the very fast time frames, because I realized that they're not very profitable in the first place. And secondly, if you trade on the 4-hour charts, you can choose your trades in the morning, leave them and go, come back and check them later in the day. I don't sit and watch the charts. If I can help it, I do try and do other things. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do this YouTube channel, let's be honest. Imagine I'm sitting trying to watch my trades and I'm doing this YouTube channel, which always amazes me how these 5-minute traders can actually do it. But I suppose they're doing it while they're watching the trades and stuff like that. But I prefer to have it slow now, where I can, like, it's not because I'm older, it's just because I'm wiser, actually. I'd rather sort of choose a trade in the morning, take it, and leave it and come back and see how it's done. And if it needs to sit overnight, then it sits overnight. If it needs to sit over 2 or 3 nights, that's fine. The trade's in and it stays. Like, for example, this funded trader trade, it's been sitting in the market for a couple of days. And there was another one that went out in profit. I don't know which one it was. It was, the CAD. Yeah. And the gold as well. But yeah, no, you know, just leave them and they get taken out. Sometimes you don't even know they got taken out unless you go and check your statement and see what's happened. So, you know, I put the trades and I leave them. What I'll do on a Sunday, for example, is I'll look at a weekly chart maybe and just see what I think is going to happen for the next week on the favorites, and just see what the candle looked like for last week. And it sometimes gives you a picture of what the trend might be in the following week on that specific product, whether it be a euro, US dollar, whether it be a US 500, whether it be gold. It just gives you an idea, whether it be Bitcoin. How did it finish last week? And then that candle or that pattern might give you an idea what's going to happen next week on the weekly chart. And then I look at the daily charts for my main levels. And then during the week, you can take your trades. Normally, I'll take my levels, my daily levels, perhaps on the Sunday or the Saturday, and even on the Monday morning. And that's it for the week. Those are the levels. Generally, you don't have to change them daily. And you've got your levels for the week, but you do have to change them weekly. Every week you have to go in and just make sure the levels are right, because they do move around. So that's just for that bit of information. Daniel made $740 this week, but gave back $572, working on keeping more in my wallet and then giving back to the market. Yeah, you still made a profit. Would have been nice to keep the whole profit, but that's how it goes. We all learn. David for Mark. Hi, Rob. Since I've been watching your videos, I've changed my longer term strategy to trading in the trend, etc. This has made me more profitable in the longer term. Absolutely. And I've always advocated, there's 3 ways we trade: with the trend, in a range, and counter trading. And the worst one of the lot is counter trading. And there are some guys out there that live by counter trading, and they say that's the best way to trade because the market always turns back on itself. But in my opinion, trading with the trend will always make you a profit. It is the best way to trade, trading with the trend. So I'm glad that's working for you. Okay. Was up 600 for the week, but yesterday was a bit tough. Yesterday was tough, wasn't it? Was it interesting? Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Trump's inauguration will definitely have a possible effect on the markets. Actually, Kevin, I think it's going to have a very positive effect on the markets, because as I said in my previous live shows, I think I've said it, what I had last time he was in power, I call it in power, when he was in turmoil, I don't know, what do you call it? Anyway, when he was in charge, I could simply just keep on buying the US 500. It was actually a really excellent time for me. Man, I can't even explain it to you. And I wasn't even making YouTube videos for you guys at that time. Guys would have made so much money. I just used to come in every week and have a look and go, I'll just add another 10 contracts. I'll just add another 20 contracts. It was great. I mean, I started out with like these 10 contracts, and I ended up with like 500 contracts of US 500. Can you imagine how much money that was? Anyway, it was a lot. And then the election happened, and it started to turn. And that was quite scary, because it started to turn fast. And that was the correction recently, when it dropped from, I think I was up at 4,000 or 5,000, and it just started coming down. It ended up on 3,500, but I did stop loss and I got out early, and I didn't take a big loss. But it took a chunk off the top. Let's put it that way. So while he was in term, I just kept adding and adding and adding. It was like investing, man. It was crazy. The markets just kept on going up. You cannot believe, for a couple of years, the markets were just going up on a regular basis. They weren't coming down. They only corrected when the election came about, when he got elected out of a term, and the new guys came in, the Biden administration, and then it corrected. So I believe that this time it's either going to go the opposite way, or it'll do the same thing. It'll do the same thing. And you won't believe it, but it just kept on going up. And if it does the same thing again, I'm looking forward to it, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Really looking forward to it. Okay. Of course, like, can't sit and watch the charts all day. I have to go away and do something, just move my body, if nothing else. Totally, Kevin. No, you can't just sit and watch charts all day. There's guys out there who like to do it, who love to do it. I don't know what it is, but they can sit and they can just sit and look at charts all day, and they can just sit and have these lines moving up and down. I don't know, maybe it's entertaining. And the 5-minute charts, and then it goes up and it goes down. There are others that trade like only when the market opens, and then there's like they trade for 15 minutes or an hour or something, and then they go and leave it. And they've made their profit for the day, or they lost, or whatever the case. But there's a lot of guys that will sit and just watch the charts all day. And it'll drive you insane. I can tell you it'll drive you insane, especially when you do it for 30 years. Don't even go there. So, the reason I don't watch charts all day is most likely because I had the fortunate experience of starting before computers. So, like I said, I used to get the newspaper in the morning, newspaper in the evening, get the prices out of the newspaper. I used to draw my own charts. I had a package where you could draw your charts and things like that, pencils. And then you would like choose your trades, phone your broker in the morning, buy, sell, whatever the case, or phone them in the afternoon, buy, sell, whatever the case. So, and it wasn't trading like now. Trading in those days was like investing. I mean, you would trade and leave the trade for days, and it wasn't on 4-hour charts. It was a daily chart. So you looked at what you thought was a good buy and you bought it and held it and kept it as long as you could. And when you saw it sort of hitting a level, you would be like, okay, I got to sell that. But you wouldn't get, like, for example, the exact price that you get now and you click out in seconds and get your money. You phone them in the morning and the price has changed, you know. But I learned from that you don't have to sit and watch charts all day. You can look at the bigger picture and take your trades that way. And it relaxes you a little bit. It makes you more comfortable with your trading when you learn to trade like that. Vegetating in front of a good computer is not good for anyone. No, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not. Lincoln, you're doomed. Yeah, you're totally doomed. You're doomed to sitting behind a computer and frying. Now, do yourself a favor. You've got to make time for yourself. You know, the whole point of trading, the whole point of getting into trading, and I'm pretty sure that any trader is out there to make money. I mean, we're all entrepreneurs at the end of the day, and we want to make money out of trading. We don't just do it for fun. We do it to make money as well. I mean, I don't know any traders that won't take an opportunity to make some money, because that's what we do. We're traders. We're out there to make some money. We're almost like gamblers where people go to a casino. You're out there to make money. You're not there to lose it, let's be honest. So, but you're trying to live your best life. So you're becoming a trader so you can live your best life. So you don't have to go and face a boss every day. You don't have to go and look some oak in the eye and says, where were you? Why are you late? You know, that sort of thing. That's the whole point of trading at the end of the day. So you can live your best life. But you can't live your best life if you're stuck behind the computer all day. Your life's just going to wither away and you're just going to fry. So you've got to find a way to be able to trade, make money, and do other things as well. Do other things that you love. You know, I started making these videos because I wanted to start telling you guys about trading and the realities of it and that sort of thing. But I enjoy it and I love it and I'm having fun doing it. So it's something that I do aside from my trading. And that's fun. So, but it doesn't mean I'm going to sit at my computer all day, that's for sure. I've got loads of other things that I go and do. I spend time at the beach, and I love going shopping, and I love doing all these other things in restaurants and all the rest of it. So, whatever, visiting friends and doing my stuff, and I can't surf anymore, I'm too old. But anyway, that's that's beside the point. Okay, so, yeah. Okay. Vegetating in front of a computer, I'm doomed then. You are. Rob, I've only been focused on gold, and what is your recommendation? My recommendation is don't only focus on gold. You know, you putting your whole focus onto something like this, gold, okay, and you can tell me more about gold than I can tell you most likely, but effectively you've limited yourself to a trade on this if it's going up or down or whatever the case, and you probably have to trade on very fast time frames to get a trade out of it anyway. No point in that. Look how much liquidity is in all these different products here. There's so many different things you can trade, and this is just a watch list. You know how many other products there are? There's so many Forex pairs. Why am I only trading 10? There's like 30. And then there's like all these indexes. There's more indexes than this that you can trade. There's more commodities that you can trade. Look, I prefer gold and Brent because there's liquidity there. Shares. Invest in shares, trade shares. You can trade shares as well. You know, if you want to trade them, trade them. Look, here's NVIDIA. You want to trade it, trade it. You can trade it. I only invest in shares because there's no point actually, but you can trade them if you want to. No problem. There's liquidity. Trade the liquidity. Don't get stuck on gold. No need. No point. If you've got some extra dosh, put it to work, man. Put it to work. Make some money. That's what it's about. On that Trump train, let's hope history repeats itself in that way. Totally, Daniel. That's what I'm hoping for. Lincoln, you need to move, lol. My moving days are over. I gave it all to my career. I'm worn out. Look, if you're worn out and you're sitting around, that's fine. Enjoy it. If you want to sit around behind the computer, Nothing wrong. And if you're my age and you want to relax a bit, what the hell? Look, even at my age, I go to wine farms. I'm out there. I'm having fun or tasting wines, and I'm on the beach and I'm walking around and I'm running about. It's what I like to do. Okay, I don't like to sit around, but some people might like to just relax, sit down. They've been to work all their lives and whatnot. Last time I worked for a boss, guys, I was 27 years old. So I don't even know what that's like. So maybe you just want to rest. Please like the stream, everyone, as I'm still the only like on here. Kevin says, please like the stream. Guys, haven't you liked the stream? Gosh, come on. Like the stream, man. Like the stream. I watch a lot and try to learn. I enjoy it. Yeah, if you enjoy that, that's fantastic. That's the way to go. You know, and you know, watching videos is pretty much like watching movies or series or whatever the case. So nothing wrong with that. I know loads of people that do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Those bangs distress with a bang. Appreciate it, Rob. Absolute pleasure. I went on YouTube and watched some videos on reading what the candles mean, and the algorithm has bombarded me with YouTubers about candles and trading. It's nuts. No way I'm watching off. Yes, there's loads of information out there, which is why I started the YouTube channel in the first place, is because I watched a couple of them as well, Kevin. And I thought, hang on a minute, hang on here. What these guys are saying is a bit tricky. Now, don't get me wrong, that any trader that you watch will most likely have some reasonably good information for you, you know. They probably got something to sell, I don't know, but you know, at the end of the day, they'll probably have some reasonably good information for you. I don't bring any of them down. There are a couple of guys out there that like to diss the people on YouTube and traders and troll them and things like that and what have you. But from my side, I see that everyone's got something to give. So you can learn something from everyone, and it's good information at the end of the day. But don't confuse yourself. Don't get overcomplicated, and don't believe the guys that tell you can turn $100 into $1 million, because that's not true. You know, I always see that the ones that are always winning, and there's always a Ferrari and a Lamborghini and that concerns me. But even they've got something to offer. They normally tell you something of interest. But at the end of the day, if you've chosen your system, try not to change it every 5 minutes, and try not to confuse yourself with things. But if you want to learn a little bit more about candles and it's not coming from me, you can get it somewhere else, and someone might be able to tell you how candles work or whatever the case. And if it's more direct, then you can get that information. There's nothing wrong with it at the end of the day. If it's free information, you can grab it. But yeah, you'll be bombarded by it. That's for sure. That's absolutely for sure. I don't spend my time watching a lot of the other guys, because what's the point at the end of the day? I just happened to spot it a year ago when I started doing this, and it actually, before I actually opened this channel because I had a gripe about crypto, and I wanted to tell people that crypto was fresh air, and I was griping on that, and then I saw someone promoting that you can make $1 million in a week, and then I was just freaked out, and then I really nailed this channel about a year ago, and look where we are today. Well, it's about 8 months ago, 10 months ago. And now it's grown to this level. So here we are. And it's fun. Actually, Kevin, I had a giant milkshake just before we started. Blueberry milkshake of all. So I'm all milkshaked out. I think I got enough in me. I got enough energy and everything from that. Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah. Hi Rob, if trying to keep it uncomplicated, what do you think of point and figure charts? I'm trying to keep it simple for everyone so that they can understand candle charts. I don't want to change it. I don't want to complicate it. We use the line charts to get our levels, and then we go back to the candle charts, and that just gives us exactly what we need. We don't need to go into anything over complicated. Watching videos forced me to write a booklet on trading, which includes some concepts and a trading plan. Ooh, you wrote a booklet on trading. Okay. Which includes some concepts and a trading plan. Cool. That's actually quite cool. Actually quite cool. If you get it off the videos, that's brilliant. The strawberry ones are good, yeah. I like the strawberry ones too. But yeah. But I had a blueberry one's fine. Really nice. It's quite warm here today. It's summer in Cape Town again. And yeah. I enjoy my milkshakes too. As I say, yeah, I just hit the point and figure charts, and I don't overcomplicate it. Don't change things. Keep it straightforward. You know, no need to change the systems and move things around and whatnot. Just keep it what it is. Right, so we've done the trading approach. Oh yes, guys, by the way, I see if you see the scam comments, please ignore them. Don't get hooked in by them. There's a few of these comments that there's one or two that there's always some misses this or Mr. that or whatever the case, and that they made me $1 million and all the rest of it. And these comments tend to come up on the channel. Just ignore them, guys. Just let it go by, and you're welcome to tell them to F off if you want to and all the rest of it. But yeah, it's so annoying because they're so repetitive, eh? It's over and over again, same thing over and over and over and over again. And I wish they would go away. And then the other one, this Bianchi wallet or something. Ah, goodness me. I've got this crypto thing and I want to move my money to Bianchi. And I'm just advertising this thing all the time. Yeah. So you'll see that I just put a little face with an eye looking up. That's it. That's my comment to them. Yeah, it's actually, how do you recognize a scam comment? Yeah, how do you recognize a scam comment? They're quite annoying to be. Here's one, okay? One comment, I'm going to read it to you. Great content as always. Could you help me with something unrelated? I have a SafePal wallet with USDT, and I have a seed phrase, alarm, tech, chum, bridge, exercise, tape, speak, rate, I don't know, bloody hell, crouch, crater letter. What's the best way to send them to Beyonce or Binance? Okay, that's one scam comment. And then the other one is great content, lovely trader. Have you? I made $1 million with Mrs. Jones, blah 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 blah, and they carry on like that. And then there's about 16 comments that go after it, which they all organized with. It's probably bots, and they're impossible to get rid of. I did try, and they're impossible. They keep coming back. So don't get caught up in that stuff. They're not on here. They're not on the chat, but you'll see them comments under the videos. Sometimes I see them. They comment under the normal videos, and then you don't want to get caught by that either. Also, that guy on the Discord channel who tries to sell people stuff on my name. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, that's a crypto one, and then there's a whole bunch of other ones as well where they say, oh no, I was trading with Mrs. Joan B and blah 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 blah, and she made me $1 million and all this stuff, and then they add another 16 comments below it somehow, and yeah, it's on the video. It's normally on one of the videos. There's here and there. I do try to get rid of them, but they don't go away. It's bots. I think it's bots, and they pick you up and they nail it. They're trying to advertise stuff to you. So yeah, don't get caught out by that. at all. Do not get caught up by that. That is, sorry guys, just answering someone here. Because otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, it's just going to be an absolute... Sorry, I just had to answer that question there. Right. So charting, yeah, keep it simple, guys. Don't get overcomplicated. Don't change things. And, you know, from time to time in my videos, I will show you guys some patterns. Whatever you like, the head and shoulders and the flag patterns and the pennants and that sort of thing, which you can pick up on the charts. But just keep them in mind, you know, don't play into them too much. But for example, what you got to watch out for on this FTSE at the moment is we've had this long run up and then we've got this sort of consolidation. This could resolve to the upside. It could be a flag pattern, you know, just keep your eyes open for that as well. Just a little bit of advice, just watch out for the patterns. Yeah, there's the one that mentioned, and there's always someone, yeah, there's a name. Has anyone developed an AI system to trade with and win everything? AI is in everything else nowadays. Yep. There's millions of algorithmic trading programs. But what you have to understand, Kevin, is every algorithmic trading robot is based on someone's trading system. So I could build an algorithmic trading robot based on my trading system. Problem with that being is a trading system is 8 times out of 10 very subjective because the market's 50-50. It's not robotic. It's very subjective and they can change. So the difficulty of that is you create a trading system based on if this moving average crosses that moving average, you must take a sell. If it moves that way, you must take a buy. Or, for example, if it hits resistance and goes out and goes down, you must take a sell. You can create a bot that does those trades for you. You can walk away and it does all those trades for you. But what's been proven over time is they're not as successful as they're supposed to be because they're a little bit too robotic. There's no subjectivity, no gut feel in it, no nothing. They just take the trade because it's there. And if things are going wrong in the markets, it can't see it. All it can see is the maths behind it, and it just takes the trade. So that the markets could be crashing and it'll take the trade because it's been given the signal to take the trade. So all of those algorithmic programs are based on someone's trading program. There's lots of them, tons of them available out there. A lot of them will promote to you that they can't lose. I don't know, eh? They can. They definitely can. And I've seen them lose. They do lose. GBP, JPY. It probably wouldn't be much different to some of the other. Can I add GBP, JPY? GBP, JPY. Let me add that into the system for you so that it's here for future reference, and I'll just monitor it for you. Because clearly you trade this. Okay, there we go. I think we did look at this last time. Right, so, Bladu, it's in the middle. What have we got? What we've got is it's rolled over and it's going short. So it came off the resistance, it's dropped down, it's in structure, it's gone back up, it's gone down, gone back up. It's going to continue on going down. Most likely from this level, worst case, it could go up to 193.45 and continue on short, heading towards the main support. Okay, look at this. There's a level here. There's a level here, which says there's some money lying right here where it is now. It's probably going to go short from here all the way down. Look for these little levels in between. You see, there's a supply of money there. Little supply of money, but there's a supply of money there, which says it's just correcting and in structure. Carry on down. There's the last one. There's the next one. There'll be another one on the way down. Doubtful that it'll go long from here. It's short. Okay. And there's Mulder shorted at 192.950. 192.950. Let's have a look where you are. Yeah, you're pretty close, eh? Yeah, there you go. Pretty close, yeah. I'd probably short it at 192.50 actually. 192.50. Hey, any takers? 192.50. Let me draw it in for you guys. I'll make it a bit bigger. Okay, so you can see it. So what's the supply? Supply of money is where there's three big candles behind it and the different color candle before it. So that's the supply of money. So there's a supply here. How big is that supply? That supply is there, right? There's a supply of money. It's in the supply of money right now as we stand. It obviously went all the way up to 192.50 and it's coming down now. You're getting a good short out of this Aki right here. So you can actually take the short and it will probably continue on to the downside actually from here, from the 92. Why not? You know? Do we have GBP JPY on the funded account? GBP JPY. GBP JPY. Well, let's search GBP JPY, and it is a favorite. Okay. So let's take an order, shall we? Shall we take an order? So what shall our stop loss be, guys, on a short? Eh? Stop loss 193. Okay, 193. Take profit we'll have at 188. 188. Easy. How many can we take? That covers. Oh. Can we take that many? Oh, let's take 0.3. 0.3. $200, $774 profit. And let's sell it right here. Let's sell it. There we go. Okay, so now we've got that trade on the funded trader account. How's that? Okay. Let's see if Bledder's right, okay, and if Malas is right, and then we'll see if we win. Let's see if we win on that trade, okay? That'll be interesting. And you shorted at 190, 195. Okay, what did I short it at now? Come on, tell me, what did I short it at? I actually don't know. I'm actually not sure. 190, 189. Okay. 190, 190. All right. Okay, so I'm 5 points off. Let's see if we make money. Okay, cool. Go for it. Nail it. Okay. What do you do if the line on the daily is different from the line on the 4 hour? No, it won't be different. Never be different. You draw it on the daily, it'll come up on the 4 hour. It'll just be bigger. It'll never be different. Your daily is your strongest. Your daily is your most reliable information. If you get your information off the daily, that's the most reliable information you're ever going to get. The daily information. Okay, so it should definitely show up on the 4 hour as the same. It shouldn't be different. It'll just be a bit wider, but it won't be different. It'll just be a bit sort of wider, and it'll be sort of in different areas, but it'll most certainly be on point. Okay. Yen carry trade still going on. It seems every time BTC goes up, JPY goes down, vice versa. Thanks, Rob. In a short. It's not because I shorted it, but yeah, okay, we're short. There we go. We're shorting. That, what the hell? And it's actually thanks to you, we're short, so it's fine, we're short. That's great. I just put that trade in, it's fine. Yeah, no problem. But we're only short on the funded trader account now, so it's fine. We'll see what happens with it. See if it makes any dosh, and see if it does anything for this account. I must actually be careful. I can only trade so much on this account, and I'll get taken out just now. Oh, goodness. Yeah. So, okay. Right. So, everyone in the USA is on holiday. That market is standing still. Nothing going on there. We shall see tomorrow morning if anything changes there. Everything's standing still there. Nothing moving. I doubt anything's going to move there today. Gold is on its way up again. When it gets to 27, we'll look for a short. The Brent is on its way up again. It just needs to get through this trend resistance. Sorry, Madhuri, I'm laughing because you brought up a point that I often bring up in the live shows. Rob, if you can, shed some thoughts on scalping and what's your preferred way of trading, okay? So we all know my preferred way of trading is swing trading. And the reason being I can take a trade, walk away and go and do my thing. So I like trading on the 4 hour. It's much easier, much more relaxing for me, and I don't have to watch the trades. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to sit and watch charts, etc. But the reason I'm laughing is because a few of the guys here will know that I laugh because I see a few of these YouTube videos where the scalpers are scalping. Now, don't get me wrong. There's one or two guys out there that I respect immensely and that have done a fine job of scalping, and they know how to trade the market. But in most cases, I see these scalpers, and they're making so much money. They're actually doing so well. They win every single trade that I think to myself, gosh, I should be a scalper, because these guys just never lose. I mean, goodness me, what is it about scalping, you know? But they do lose, and they're just not showing you the losing trades. But that said, even if they did win every trade, here's my point of view on scalping, okay? Scalping will show you 8, 9, 10 trades that are wins, okay? I'll win a trade, win a trade, win a trade, win a trade, win a trade. Just remember, we're scalping. So we're scalping. I'm winning $10, I'm winning $20, I'm winning $15 per trade. I'm scalping. Or I could be a high stakes trader. I could be winning $200 per trade or $2,000 per trade. Doesn't really matter. But let's keep it at the small amounts. Let's keep it at, I'm winning $10, $15, $20 per trade, right? And I win 9 trades in a row, so I'm a fantastic scalper. My win rate is 9 out of 10. But on the 10th trade, I lose. And I lose badly because I'm a scalper and I'm watching it go down because I know it's going to come back and I'm going to get out of the trade, and it doesn't, and it just takes me out. And I lose $1,000. Now work that out. I won $90 and I lost $1,000. The win rate's worthless. The whole scalping thing's worthless, because the funny thing about psychology is this. When you lose, you hold on to those losses because you're hoping you're going to get out in a win. But when you win, you take them quickly. So scalpers, that's their nature. Their nature is to quickly grab, quickly grab, quickly grab, quickly grab. There's a profit, take it. There's a profit, take it. It's your psychology. That's the nature of a scalper. So when a scalper goes into loss, he can't believe that he's losing, so he's going to hold on to that loss for as long as possible, perhaps even try and dollar cost average out of it. And that loss is going to take all those wins and wipe them out. So that's my opinion of scalping. And that's what always, always, always happens. Correct? Don't get me wrong. There are one or two scalpers or one or two 5-minute traders that are immensely good, okay? And it's all about how they approach their trading with the similar psychology that I've showed you guys here today, the trading approach. If you approach your trading with that, and you're able to be a high stakes trader and switch off your mind and do it properly, then you can do it. But there's 1 in a million that can do that. And there's not many that can do that right. Because psychology is a funny thing, guys. It's a really funny thing. Just think about it. It's in a scalper's nature to take the profits quickly, to hold on to the loss because they don't want to lose. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I trade mostly stocks, but I use that advice about the daily charts a lot. Thanks. It helps me establish the risk involved. Daily charts give you the most reliable information. Doesn't matter what system you use, gives you the most reliable information. The weekly gives you even better information. That's why I look at them on a Sunday. Rob, would you hold FX trades over the weekend? I would, but very carefully and very selectively. Be very careful of the FX trades as well, because just remember you are playing with the US dollar. And if something happens between America and Russia, for example, what do you think is going to happen to the US dollar? Okay, so do be careful of holding FX trades over the weekend. So like I say, selectively and carefully. Daniel, there is some clips of those scalpers where it goes horribly wrong for them. Oh, good. I'd love to see those. But yeah, I'm sure it must do, Daniel. It has to go horribly wrong for them. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I shouldn't be. But it has to. It goes without saying that it must go horribly wrong for them. How can it go right all the time? Wendy, Rob, some are saying that the market is behaving differently. Gold, for example, was more favorable up until about October. What are your thoughts? My thoughts, Wendy, are the market always, always, always will lull you into a false sense of security. Over the years of trading, I have experienced changes in the market that would make you insane. Okay? The market always behaves differently. That's the nature of the market. Don't expect the market to do what you expect it to do, because it won't. It never will. Which is why it's a probability trade, which is why the market is 50-50, and the market is made up of buyers and sellers, not squiggly lines, which is why the market behaves differently, because human beings behave differently at different times in life in the world. What you are trading against is not lines. You are trading against human beings. Human beings change their nature on a regular basis. That's why things change in the markets. Things always change. You know, for example, we understand that, for example, gold should go up when markets go down because it's a safe haven trade. Do you know, we still say that today. We used to say it 30 years ago. But when you look at it, gold goes with the S&P. It goes up with the S&P. You know, it's behaving completely differently to what you might expect. But just remember that, for example, commodities are cyclical. They go up and down all the time. They don't go up in straight lines like, for example, indexes go up, up, up over time. Gold will go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go down, right? Same as Forex. Forex goes up and down according to the country's reserves and economy and that sort of thing. Okay. Okay, so that was Wendy. Daniel, the real pros have set a game plan that they have been doing and referring for years. Totally. Maduri, appreciate it, Rob. Also, Rob, did you ever look into the methods of AI or Al Brooks? Speaking of low time frame scalping trading, I haven't looked at Al Brooks, I'll be honest with you. I haven't looked at his methods, no. But there's so many guys out there that'll talk to you about scalping or high stakes trading. I mean, one of my favorite guys, and I really would look up to him, is, for example, Tom Huger is fantastic at 5-minute trading. He's probably one of the best in the world. But to get his mindset is near impossible. You know, how are you going to become like him? So, guys, you know, it's choose a method of trading that suits you and you're comfortable with, that works for you, and that helps you feel like you can do it. Okay. I know nothing about scalping. I'll maybe watch someone doing it on YouTube and see what it's all about. Well, what it's all about, Kevin, is people taking trades on very low time frames, like 1 minute, 5 minute, whatever, tick charts, whatever, quickly getting into the trade and quickly getting out of the trade at 3 or 4 pips or 5 pips or whatever the case. That's scalping. Okay. And Kevin says, like, please, everyone. Yes, please like the video. Like. Hoy the likes, guys. Hoy the likes. What do you think about crypto spot trading for short time period? Would you please make a separate video on that? Yeah, I'll try. I'll definitely give it a shot. I'll give you a crypto video on spot trading and we'll have a look. Let me write it down. I know I'm going to forget. Okay, I know for sure I'm going to forget. So I'm going to write it down here. Crypto spot trading, and I'll try and get a video into my schedule. That's for sure. Let's do that. Okay. Trading on a short time period. I don't recommend it, guys. Trading on a short time period, just remember 99% of traders lose on 5-minute time frames. So glad I found you on YouTube. I'm so glad you joined us. Really am. I love having everybody on board. I want the biggest community on YouTube at the end of the day. I want us all together, and I want us all doing it the right way. Is it possible to trade every day when using the 4-hour chart? Okay, so my advice to you, Kid Poker, is the following. Do not chase the market. Let the market come to you. Yes, it is possible to trade every day on a 4-hour. It's possible. You can do it. But don't chase the market. Let the market come to you. If you're trading a hell of a lot of different products, sure, you can find a trade every day. And there is a trade to find every day. But don't chase the market. Let the market come to you, and you'll be a lot happier. Okay? Kevin Rob doesn't do crypto, lol. Yeah, no, like I said, I traded Bitcoin the other day and I made some money and that was fun. But I'm not a big fan of crypto. Everybody knows that. But it's liquid. If it's tradable, I'll trade it. It's fine. Just for fun, I've updated my entry on the GBP short limit. Stop 193.30, take profit 190. Where are we with that, by the way? Oh, crap, I'm losing. But it's okay. That's why I trade 4-hour swing trades. Just leave it and see what happens. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Wendy, it's good to have you on board. Glad to have you here. Guys, I'm going to head off now. Got to be on my way. It's quite late in the day here. And, yep, as per usual, my dogs will need fed as well. They'll be upset with me if I'm late. But guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. And it's been good having you. I forget that it's already Thursday. And I wasn't expecting to have a nice audience today because of the holiday. But it's been good. I need to go. Thanks, Kevin. I'm also going. So it's time to go. And we are going to be on our way. And I'll spot you guys on Tuesday for the next live show. And obviously, come back and watch the other videos as well. They're always helpful. I try and put them out there so that you guys can go over and over them and get that system going for yourselves. I will try and make a video for you about that crypto spot trading thing as well. I'll try and put that in. It won't be this week, probably be next week. And then on the weekend, I try and give you the rundown. But just remember that rundown video is a bit like this live video. It's not really edited or anything like that. So excuse my ums and ahs and any swear words or anything that come out there. And yeah, great. Thanks for watching, guys. Till the next one. Cheers. Ciao. Have a good one. Ciao.